Hi there everyone, it's time for another Catherine's What's Up. Actually, this is more like a Catherine's Nugget, which I haven't done for a while. So it's a cross between the two, I guess. Today has been a little bit of an unsettling day for me, and bear with me as I take you along the journey, and bear with me also because I'll be looking occasionally at my computer because I want to read you something that I wrote year ago that popped up on my Facebook feed today. I wrote in my weekly blog on catherinewalden.com on April the 3rd, 2017, and the title of that blog was "Adult is a Noun and Not a Verb, and Why I Dislike the New Verb Adulting." Something grabbed me about that title today, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but as the day progressed, I realized that the Lord wanted me to talk with you about it and perhaps process with you some of the things that I've been going through today, especially. A few hours after I read that little statement of mine, I received word that a dear friend transitioned to heaven on Easter. My friend Angie had suffered from Lyme's disease for several years, and she had an advanced case, and there wasn't much that medical science could do for her. She was completely bedridden in the last couple of years of her life. She was rarely able to get out of bed. She was in excruciating pain, and there were other side effects that she was living with. Well, we are all grateful that she is no longer in pain. Her spirit and her presence is going to be greatly missed, especially in a Facebook group that I oversee and in an online chat area for a live streaming church service that I usually participate in at least once a week. You see, Angie was a shining bright light there. Although we all knew that she had Lyme's and that she was bedridden, she rarely ever talked about what she was going through physically or the suffering that she was going through. Instead, she was always looking for ways to bless other people. She was the first to pray for prayer requests. She was first to encourage somebody when they were down. She was a true light in all sense of the word. I found out just a few minutes ago that by reading what somebody wrote on her personal timeline, that Angie was not just living this on the internet, she was living this in person. Even when she was in ICU, in incredible pain, she was ministering to other patients that were around her. She was, in every sense of the word, somebody who was living the truth about who they were. She was an adult. She was growing up, and she was not blaming her disease. She was not using her pain as an excuse for being surly and grumpy, although she had every right to do so. So just a couple of hours after I heard about Angie, a younger friend of mine who is an adult, and she's been an adult for many years, and she is a responsible adult. So what I am saying is no reflection on who she is as a person, but she happened to use that verb, adulting, in describing some things that she took care of today that had needed to be taken care of. So what is this adulting terminology? Adulting is a phrase that people are using to say that they're taking care of responsibilities in their lives that they personally must take responsibility for. They need to go pay their taxes, they need to go get their teeth cleaned, they need to pay their bills, they need to clean their house. But in using the term adulting, it's almost like it is a part-time job that they can do some of the time if they feel like it, or it's almost as if they look at adulting as whimsical hobby that they can put on a shelf if they get bored of adulting, and then they can go back to being childing, I guess would be the opposite. However, it just doesn't work that way. So I want to read to you a little bit from this blog, and I'll put the link in the description below in my YouTube video. So if you're watching this on Facebook, click through to YouTube, scroll down, and you'll find the link there. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but if you are over the age of 21, you are by default an adult, according to almost every law in every nation that I know of. And many nations bestow that title of adult to anyone over the age of 18. And some nations even declare you are an adult at the age of 13 or 14. You might be doing everything in your power to prove to your family, friends, your workplace, and to yourself that you are not an adult. You might not want to face growing up responsibilities such as working on challenging relationships, getting up on time, paying your bills, washing your dishes, and saying no to your wants when you can't take up financial obligations. As an adult, you no longer have the freedom to blame others for your present day moral failures and irresponsible actions. You are responsible for owning up to your mistakes and cleaning up your mistakes. If you keep on sweeping those messes you make under the rug long enough, you'll find that the carpet is going to end up tripping you because nobody is coming along to clean up under you. Now, before you say, I'm shaking the bony finger of judgment at the younger generation, let me just say that I know of a few 50-year-olds and older who have yet to embrace the fact that they are indeed an adult. The Bible gives us many examples of such behavior, but Aaron comes to mind for me because he's a prime example. Aaron was Moses' older sibling, and Moses was at least 85 at this point in the story. So let's read on. Aaron was probably nearing his centennial birthday when he created the golden calf. Then he tried to place the blame on the people of Israel. When Moses wasn't buying into Aaron's story, Aaron changed it and attempted to cover his tracks. And really, this would have been really cute if it had been a 3-year-old saying this, but this was at least a 90-year-old, if not older, saying this. He says in reply to Moses, well, yeah, I did throw the gold into the fire, but hey, it just came out in the shape of a calf. Who knew? Exodus 32:24, if you're wondering where that passage is. Being an adult can be daunting. You can no longer blame the grown-ups for not holding your hand, helping you across the street, and telling you to look both ways. Your life is yours to screw up, and your life is yours to make magnificent. Yes, there are risks involved, but there are joys in being an adult. You get to take risks and learn from the risks. You need to own up to your mistakes, but you learn from those mistakes. You get to mentor others and see them fly, and you get to pass along the truths you learned from falling down and then picking yourself up again. There is nothing as sweet as that feeling that comes with personal dreams that were realized through your hard work, through self-denial, and perseverance. It's okay to grow up. It's okay to say that you are an adult, and it's okay to say you will take personal responsibility for your actions and the effect that your decisions have on your world. Talk to you later.